Picture your car right now. What does your car look like, right? Are you going to fill your car up with apple juice and expect it to run? This is what we're doing with our life. We are taking our car and instead of going to the gas station, giving it what it needs to run properly, but you're putting apple juice in your car. You will not get out of the driveway. How many times do you want to go play with your kids and you can't get out of the driveway? How many times are you exhausted and not even being present with your family or your husband, or your child wants to tell you something and you're just so distracted and foggy because you put apple juice in your car? It's about being fully present. I have a big mission to help a lot of people. I cannot do that sick.
Welcome back to Better Than Rich Show. Today is going to be a member spotlight with Hollie O'Brien. Hollie has been a member of our Better Than Rich community for about a year now, and she has been seeing tremendous growth inside of her business and also in her life. She started and did a summit, actually, where she's like, all right, I don't even know what a summit is or how to do this. She's like, I just know I want to help people. So she created a summit called the Unstuck Yourself Summit. She ended up having hundreds of people join, with several dozen join her for VIP. And she was just so serving with this experience that she said, I love it. And I also spent all this time, all this resources, all this coaching to kind of build this summit up. And then it's like, I'm going to go in a different direction in the marketplace. And sometimes that takes courage. And what you'll notice from my conversation with her as I'm drawing some things out is it's okay to pivot from being in TV as a makeup artist to running a gym with her husband to navigating, saying, I want to be a mom and I want to be a wife, and then navigating into where she's at right now, which is one of the things we talk about on this episode that she has created a 30-day boost energy program. And she is helping dozens and hundreds of people right now. It's a really great mission. That's why I wanted to have her spotlight that on the episode. And one of the things we do on this episode is we do have a giveaway. She's given away over $250 worth of coaching material and content. And immediately, I also became a customer on during the conversation where I bought her Boost Energy Greens that she was talking about. So I'm really excited about that. And if you listen, there's actually a way at the end for you to get some stuff for free. So really great episode. Member Spotlight with Hollie O'Brien on the Better Than Rich Show. Welcome to the Better Than Rich Show with your hosts, Andrew Biggs and Mike Abramowitz. The Better Than Rich Show helps ambitious leaders who are on a mission to leave the world better than they found it, change their perspective on what's important, increase their income and impact, and systemize their life and business. If you've ever struggled with finding your purpose, have felt disconnected or distracted, or found yourself going through the motions, this show will remind you that what you do matters and will re-inspire you to chase your highest dreams. It's time for you to become better than rich. So welcome back to the Better Than Rich Show. I'm your host today, Mike Abramowitz, and I'm here with a member of our Better Than Rich community, Miss Hollie O'Brien. Hollie, welcome to the Better Than Rich Show podcast.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Well, I know this is something we've been talking about doing for quite some time. You've been a member of our community. You've just grown into a business professional over the course of the last, what feels like a long time, but it's actually only been like 12 months or something like that, which is pretty wild, a little bit less, I think. And we really appreciate just how much you've grown and how much you've developed. But I don't know if a lot of our audience understands that. They may have seen some testimonials from you or whatnot, but you have a pretty amazing story. I know we got connected through you coming to my office to feed the homeless, PB&J for Tampa Bay. It was really cool. You were there with your boys. We made some sandwiches and you said, I'm going to host my own feeding frenzies. And then I was like, yeah, sure. I hear that all the time. But then you have hosted feeding frenzies for years now at your location at Triumph in Largo. And that's like kind of our origin story on how we got connected, and you've kept that thing running and doing awesome stuff. But I want you to get into your story. I mean, I don't want to spotlight this on like, this is how Mike and Hollie have met. This is how you got connected to us. Tell us about you. Like what is the origin story for Hollie? Take us to getting into makeup, getting on TV, becoming a mom, like just what is that origin story, just a little bit, to take some of our listeners back and give us a lens of who you were and who you've become.
Oh, that gets me emotional. And I'm emotional because the person I've always wanted to be has been able to finally step out into who she is. More often than not, we have this, like when we're children, we're like, I'm going to be this person. And then, things get thrown our way. And then we kind of go back and we kind of diminish and maybe, hold ourselves back on who we were meant to be. And that was me as a child. I was bright and bubbly and goofy, and I was made fun of, and you don't fit in and you don't belong. And it caused me to step back. And entering into the TV industry was hard for me because I went to cosmetology. I went to high school. I went to cosmetology school, and I was at the right place at the right time, entered at 19 years old into television, which never happens. And I was working in front of high profile people looking like I was 12 because I was 19. I looked 12. And again, I was in that state of don't be seen, don't be heard. The world is going to think XYZ about me. And it was a tough transition, I have to say. And for the viewers that are listening to this and saying, wow, that's me, I want you to lean in, because guess what? There's more. There's more for you if you let it in. And I was able to do that, built an incredible career in the TV industry. I got married while I was in the TV industry, met the love of my life, always, wished I just want to find someone who loves me for who I am. And I ended up doing that. And you've been able to meet my husband as well. And I had babies in the TV industry, and I loved my career until I didn't. And I say that because I've always wanted to be a mom. I've always wanted to be a wife, right? I've always wanted to love on women fully. And that's what actually interests me about hair and makeup, is I'm not obsessed with hair and makeup. I'm actually obsessed with helping women feel beautiful where they are, helping women enhance their natural beauty. Hey, you know what? We're not going to cover your face up. We're actually going to enhance your natural beauty that you've been given and give you that confidence that you need to go on television, give you that security to know that you're whole. And I did that in the TV industry, yet I was in an environment where it made me don't be seen, don't be heard. Kind of sounds a little silly, right? It's like I helped other people raise other people up. And I found myself, Mike, in a situation where I was very gifted at what I did, loved what I did, but desperate to be home with my kids, desperate to be a wife. And I have actually never met a makeup artist in the TV space happily married with kids. And I didn't know there was a way out, right? I had been a makeup artist my whole life, and I didn't know there was a way out. I didn't go to college. I put limitations on myself. So that's really where my career, I built this beautiful career, but I was so unhappy. So I also want to encourage any listeners that are listening right now going, I can't do, this is the card I've been handed. I'm talented at. And then you're putting barriers on yourself, because guess what? There's people out there that can help lift those barriers. And that's really where you guys were for me. I know we'll talk about that later, but you saw something in me that I didn't see, right? And I was able to meet you in an environment where I love helping people. Does that answer that?
Yeah, that's a great response. I want to just poke out a couple of different pivots in there, because a lot of times what I've experienced from my lens is people would just get comfortable with the familiar, and there's just too much risk or uncertainty on the other end of unpredictability. So how did you muster up the courage to be willing to go into the unknown, into the unpredictable, into the uncertainty, to say, you know what, I know what my priorities are, and I can't live in this facade type of industry, but I also know that there's this predictability of income, predictability of what I'm good at, whatever it might be, compared to the unknown of like, what if I leave this career to go be a mom and a wife, but my husband ends up cheating, my kids end up being fuck ups, my, this and that, right? Like there's just so much uncertainty that could possibly fill in one's mind. Was that the case? Did that happen? How did you navigate that? Just, just speaking the unspoken there, just again, my curiosity.
Let me ask you a question. Do you ever get sick of your shit? Like you literally wake up and like, I'm so sick of my shit, my excuses, right? Like what is wrong with me? Like you're banging your head against the wall saying there has to be a better way. I knew deep down inside, all these people would tell me what they see about me. And for some reason, when they would start speaking, I would put my hands over my ears and say, oh, that's for someone else. What the F? Are you ever sick of your shit? So I got sick of it. And I said, I didn't have kids for someone else to raise my kids. I didn't get married to not know my husband. I didn't enter a career to make a crap ton of money and be depressed. You know what? It actually took COVID to get me out of it. So what happened is I was too scared to leave, fully leave. I was too in my head to fully leave. It took an event for me to wake up. And then once I started waking up, I realized, oh my gosh, I'm actually really miserable and I'm not going to go back. So it was a hard decision to say I'm not going back. And over the years, just so you know, I have been deathly terrified of speaking in front of people. Hollie O'Brien 3 years ago never would have ever been caught dead doing a podcast with you. Definitely not being on camera. I swore I would never speak in front of people. I mean, 2 years ago, I forced myself to learn to go to impact presentations from Dale Carnegie, forcing myself to learn how to speak in front of people. I said my name in front of 5 people and I cried. My freaking name. That's when you know something is wrong. So each year I did put myself in a situation where I knew I had to grow. You cannot do this alone. So if you're sitting here saying, well, I can figure it out, I can do it alone, kick the I out and understand that no, we're not meant to do life alone. Our brains are actually not made to be in solitude. Solitary is a form of torture. It's actually a form of torture. So why are you torturing yourself and keeping yourself small, putting barriers on yourself and waking up and going, why the fuck am I so unhappy? You're doing it to yourself. So that's really where I was. That's where I was. I was like, I'm done. I have to do something about this. So I did. And I fell and I got a boo-boo, got back up again, wiped off the blood, put a Band-Aid on and kept freaking going. This is my life. My life. I get to choose how I live it. So that was my beginning.
And you're able to speak with a lot of passion around it, which is evident, which is really beautiful. And it's almost like you're demanding it and commanding it of yourself while also demanding and commanding it of the listener who's listening right now as well. Why do you think that triggers up and musters up this passion inside of you to like demand it and command it from yourself, but also somebody that's listening to you?
So, when you speak life begins to happen. You can either speak death over yourself or you can speak life over yourself. The words that come out of your mouth are so powerful. Be, do, have. If you do, you will have. And I fully believe that when you're speaking all of this negative, all of these, I can't do this. You won't. Can't, never, could. Don't be can't. I know that for myself. And I know it's true for myself because I've walked it. I'm passionate speaking it to others because guess what? I'm living proof that you can do it too. I fully believe when you step outside and show other people, hey, by the way, there's hope. There's something inside, whether you're being a stubborn little jerk or not to yourself, there's something inside that says, they did it. I wonder if I could do it. So if I can be that voice and stand for someone, I'm going to. And I may make you mad, but deep down inside, I'm right.
If we could take a moment just to kind of get a little bit into tactical for a second, because I've been to your gym, yours and Matt's gym. It is an awesome facility. And I mean, the two of you are what I would define as a healthy couple. When I think about health, I think about vital energy. I think about physical fitness. I think about a healthy mindset. I mean, all of that is kind of encompassing when I see you and your husband, Matt. And it's quite inspiring. When I first met you and first met Matt, like I was like, oh wow, this is a nice younger couple. I'm like, wait a minute, you fuckers are older than me. I didn't know that. The gray hairs got me. But it's quite cool to see you tap into this like emotional side and this passionate side and seeing what's possible, being a mom and being a wife and seeing my true power, and also making sure that health remains a focus, hence what Triumph Fitness and Family Fitness does and everything you've done there and everything that he's built. But just kind of like tactical, practical, how have you kept health and energy as like a forefront for you, your husband, your kids, and just like keeping that as I'm assuming that stays as a nucleus, regardless of whatever career path you've done. It seems like that's been a center of that. Can you speak to that just a little bit? And not only like why it's remained centered, but like tactically how? Like, are you in the gym 7 days a week, pumping iron and like doing cardio? And because again, listener, if you're not on YouTube or watching the video or whatnot, like, I mean, Hollie is an extremely healthy, fit mom that I would say a lot of individuals postpartum might say, wow, it'd be really great to have that type of physique and energetic postpartum years down the line. I mean, how old is your youngest?
10.
10. So 10 years removed from delivery. Sometimes moms like, it's just like, I've been married, I have kids. I don't fucking care health, forget health. I don't have time for health. I'm busy, I'm overwhelmed, I'm overworked, I'm overloaded. Like, and that's more of the comment, but you didn't have that be the comment. Why? Like, just kind of speak to that just a little bit.
I love this question because I'm not a 5 a.m.er. Like, you tell me I'm going to get up at 5 a.m. and go work out. That's a no-go. My husband and I are opposite. And it's really great because I'm very relatable, right? And it's not about always, ooh, go get into the gym, pump it up. It's just not me. I go to my gym because it forces me, it gives me the encouragement to go. I can't work out on my own. I do the group fitness. I am a product of the gym. So I'm going to give you a scenario really quick because I feel like this will best describe. Go picture your car right now. What does your car look like, right? Are you going to fill your car up with apple juice and expect it to run? This is what we're doing with our life. We are taking our car and instead of going to the gas station, giving it what it needs to run properly, to not break down, to be whole, to be stable enough to drive across country. But you're putting apple juice in your car. You will not get out of the driveway. How many times do you want to go play with your kids and you can't get out of the driveway? How many times are you exhausted and not even being present with your family or your husband, or your child wants to tell you something and you're just so distracted and foggy because you put apple juice in your car? It's about being fully present. I have a big mission to help a lot of people. I cannot do that sick. I've done it the hard way. I'm someone that over the holidays, I was up 10 pounds, and I'm saying weight because I want you to realize I'm not immune. Because I was eating the things that my body doesn't do well with, and majority of bodies don't. Why are you putting apple juice in your car and expecting it to drive across country? So I do it more for the ability to have a long life. We're not promised tomorrow. But if I'm not promised tomorrow, why would I not live life fully today in being able to run across country? So that's really why. And it's really for being present with my family and feeling good. I just want to feel good, and I want to help other people feel good, because guess what? It's possible. We've seen hundreds of people come in and say, I don't like vegetables. I don't eat this. I only like giving all these limitations. And we say, guess what? You just did the hardest part. You walked in the door. I know you want this for you because you're going to come back. Let's just start with one step.
Mm. And obviously this is a member spotlight. You've been a member of our community now for about 12 months. We've known each other for a few years beyond that. And, we like to make sure that we ask every guest 3 questions, the same 3 questions. It can be short hitting, you could expand on them if you want. But after we like to ask these questions, we always like to ask guests, like, what are you focused on? What are you working towards right now? What are your goals? If people want to kind of follow your journey, where could they follow you? So we'll kind of go to that direction afterwards. And then I also like to ask, because you've been a client using our virtual assistant services, and you've also been a student of our operator and our content, if someone was maybe considering using Better Than Rich and using myself or Andrew as a resource to help them, whether it be with the education side of our business or the services side of our business with our AI-powered virtual assistant team, I'd love to, just hear you, from your lens of what you might say to somebody who's considering that. So that's kind of like the transition period of what we're going to go into next. So the first, as far as the 3 questions go, what do you think the world needs most today?
Oh my gosh, what does the world need? Love, acceptance, and for people to stand up and have a voice in a loving way that is loving and accepting. So,
Great. What are 1 to 3 books that you think people should read?
Starts with why. Absolutely. It's not what you do, it's why you do it. And that's Simon Sinek. And if you find out why you do what you do, you're actually going to have more passion and fully start living. And then the happiness advantage is one of my favorites. And if you haven't, I listened to it. It really gives you a perspective on where you're living. What is your lens? Oh, I'm happy. What is your lens? You'll understand your lens after listening or reading that book by Sean Aker.
Yeah, that's a good one. It's a good one. Third question. What does it mean to you to be better than rich?
To be better than rich. So you can either have your career, your, driven, I'm going to do this, and your list and all the things in your house and your cars, run your life, all the riches of the world, or you can be better than rich and live whole and live fully and live deeply with passion, with love, with authority to spread it out to the world. You can have things or you can have purpose, and not just having things. Being better than rich is having a filled soul.
Beautiful. Beautiful. So, Hollie, with where you're at right now, with what you're focused on, do you have certain goals? What you are working towards at the moment? What's next for you? You've gone through operator to owner, our program. You have your team of virtual assistants working for you. What's something you're working on right now? Like, what's next for you?
Well, right now I have something that you've actually helped me with, really rein things in. That's one of the things I like about the program I've gone through with you is you help overwhelmed, busy entrepreneurs, I feel like, hone in their gifts and talents and what they want to do. And that's something that you guys have done for me. And I've created a program that's literally everything I've been talking about with you today. How do we give someone something simple that they can insert into their life today, that they don't have to change anything else, but they're going to have more energy. They're going to have better clarity. They're going to be able to get up and go throughout the day and not change too much and just take that baby step. What if there is a way I could literally magically give you that type of energy and be able to give you the immunity support so you're not getting sick all the time? Would that be something you want?
Sounds good.
Okay.
Tell me more, Hollie.
I found the magic pill. So my husband and I was looking for something simple, magic pill, and we've been able to find it. There is a product that I found called Boost. My mouth is watering. Every time I think of it, my mouth waters. Have you ever had a green drink? So let's talk greens a little bit. I mean, unless you're going into a refrigerator, eating an entire drawer full of vegetables every single day, you're probably not getting everything that you need, right? So most green drinks taste like dirt or they taste like grass. So you're not going to go run and go, let me go have my green drink. I found something that tastes like a peach cocktail. It's something that has all the adaptogens, nootropics. It has vitamins, it has minerals. It's basically giving you everything your body is lacking so you can finally feel whole. And it tastes really good and it's simple. So I've taken what I've done is I've made a program. So I believe in give. And instead of just saying, take this boost, you're going to feel amazing, which you will. It's going to help maintain your weight. You'll probably lose weight, right? I've had a lot of people that have lost weight just doing that. I've created a 30-day reset program because I want to help reset your mind. If anything I've told you about today has resonated with you and I want that energy, I want that I want that purpose in life, this 30-day reset is what is going to help you get there. I've taken some of the things like you talk about journaling. That's super important. I've actually incorporated into my program because of the impact of journaling. Right. So things that I've learned through Better Than Rich are actually in my program. And it's a gift for me. I'm not even charging you for it. I'm gifting it. It's over $200, $250 in resources. And I'm actually giving you that when you come along with my Boost program. I'm able to get the Boost itself, which is, I got it right here, the Boost itself at my cost. So I'm going to give you a gift card so you can get this at my cost. I'm going to gift you my 30-day reset program. And you get to be a part of a huge project for me. I've set a goal of impacting 300 people. Mike helped me set this goal. Is why working with you guys, you will stretch people beyond what they could ever even imagine on their own. That's why coaches have coaches. Coaches of coaches have coaches. If you don't have a coach, you're not living your full purpose because they're going to see something in you that you don't. So there's my little baby plug until I tell you the rest of this. So I highly recommend having someone see something in you that will also be strong and be firm. So I want to help 300 people impact their own life, right? And in conjunction with that, you get to be a part of when I reach 300. So I have to reach 300 people. When I reach 300, I am personally donating $1,000 in groceries to a local food pantry called Reach St. Pete. It's an organization I've been a part of before. They deliver fresh food food, everything we encompass in what we do, whole foods to underprivileged areas, families who've lost their jobs, kids that need to eat. There's 32,000 children alone in Pinellas County that are labeled as food insufficient or food insecurities, which means they're hungry. 7,000 of those children are actually labeled as hungry. What if there is a way that you are able to help these parents bring fresh food home to these families? Do you know what it does for people to be able to eat? That's how they live. So you also get to be a part of that by being a part of Boost. So it's a give. I get to give health and nutrition to you, fast and simple. You get to give the nutrients and purpose to yourself and know I am worthy and I am worth it. And you doing that, you get to be part of my give back. So I'm really excited about this. And I have 70 people who have jumped on board. So it means 230 people to go. And I have till February 21st. So if you're listening to this and you're being like, oh, I want to do something for myself and I want it to be simple and I want it to be fast, this is your magic pill.
Well, I'm sold. So how would I go about getting your 30-day reset? I just actually finished last week. I did a 72-hour water fast. And that was really nice. I felt really good during it and after it. And then unfortunately, James and Lindsay, they were sick with the flu and COVID. He ran a fever as high as 105. It took him to the ER. And then while I was there, I started feeling a little bit in my throat. The next day, I'm like dying. Like I canceled all my calls and I was in the bed, sweats and everything. So now I still have a little bit of a cough, but getting there. So I'm sold. I would like to take you up on this Boost offer. What is the I'd like to do it like live right now, and just so that way I can capture it for those on the video. How do I go sign up for the program for the third, because I want my $250 in value. I want my journal prompts. I want my, my curriculum that you're promising me, but I'd also like to get these greens because I don't mind shitty tasting greens as long as it's helping me. So I'll drink like straight celery juice and, shit that tastes like those, wheatgrass that with that nasty aftertaste. Like I'll do that because I know it's good for my body. And that probably comes from my dad. My dad would just suck on a piece of garlic, raw garlic. So I've done that too. It burns like hell. It's not ideal, but Lindsay hates when I do that. So if there's a way for me to get a lot of the nutrients, but also not have the kickback on smell or taste, what is my, how do I go about doing that? Where do I sign up?
Well, since we're live on Facebook, you would just put Boost in the comments. So anyone who's listening to this can just put Boost in the comments and I'll be able to get back with you and give you that gift card. Or you can connect with me on Facebook. In my messenger. I know we're putting my Facebook here. Do you want me to put my email or?
Is that, so that's the only way? There's not like a link I could go sign up on or something?
I need to give you the gift card. So
okay.
Yeah, I really love personal connection. And if I can find out where you are in your life and help you get there, I would really like to personally connect with you. But we can put my Facebook in here. If you put Boost in your comments on Facebook, I will immediately get to you.
And so the only way for me to actually go buy this right now is how do I give you my money?
Oh, I mean, I can give you the website with my link, but I'd like to personally give you a gift card to be able to buy.
Got it. So you're making me work. You're making it easy for me. So I can't go actually buy it right now. I actually have to wait. I send you my card information and you're going to buy it with my card, or how's it?
Oh, no. You're going to connect with me. I will send you a link, say click here. And then I will give you a gift card that you'll put into it's like shopping on target.com.
Okay.
Right. So I will send you a gift card so you can use that gift card and you'll be able to get it for actually less than what I can get it for. So if I just the website, you won't get the gift card. I want you to get the gift card.
Got it. Okay. So I have to wait for your promo code, your gift card promo code for me to put into the link, into the site.
Yes.
So I can't even give you my money right now and buy it.
Yeah. I can put it in the chat and you can pay full price if you want to, but I like to give you a gift card.
Fair enough. Okay. Fair enough. Cool. So I follow the instructions. I put Boost in the comments on Facebook. You're going to reach out to me and then you're going to send me a link to buy the gift card.
No, I'm going to send you a link to fill out your information, where to send the product, just like shopping on Amazon. You'd have to fill out the information. And then right after that, I send you the gift card and you order. And then immediately I'm going to send you the program. So you'll get the program ahead of time where you can start, read through it, ask any questions. I've had people just start the program, go, wow, okay, this is really good. I can't wait to get my boost. And then I've had some people that waited. Like, you don't have to wait to start feeling good today. You'll be getting that right away.
Am I going to get connected with the 70 other people who are doing this as well? Or am I just doing this by myself?
Oh, no, you can definitely get connected. I will be sending you an email to make it simple where you can get connected with us on a group level. I have a group that's just for women, mastering inner and outer beauty, because I believe that beauty is not just on the outside, it's on the inside as well. So I have a group specific just for women that are looking for a safe place to feel heard so they can heal, because when you feel heard, you often heal and you're able to grow into the person you're meant to be. So I have a women's group. And then I also have a group that's for men and women. So the men aren't being left out. Don't you worry. There's a fitness group called Triumph Nation that I'll be inviting you into. And it's a beautiful community where you're not doing this alone.
Got it. So I'm already in that community. So me personally, selfishly, I'm already in that community. So I'll be able to do my 30-day reset with my boost with other people who are also on this similar path. If I heard that right.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. And throughout the month, just so you know, I'll be emailing you different recipes, different recipe ideas. I'll be going live in the group. So this is interactive. This is a gift from me to you to know that you're not alone. There's workouts in there. All of this is a free gift for you to stay connected. So I just encourage anyone who wants to do this, yes, it's scary. Yes, it's new. You don't have to do this alone. Take a little bit of a step forward. We're giving you the tools and just lean in, because you very well could completely change your life by these little steps and actually start feeling better.
Cool. So you have 71. So I have one sale for me. Here's what I'll do to 3 people, not to everyone. The first 3 people who listen to this and reach out to Hollie, I will buy you the boost to join me and do this. So whatever that means. So what are the instructions one more time? They could either go, I'm streaming this live to Facebook, but anyone who's watching this on YouTube or listening to this episode on Spotify or Apple, what is the way for them to take me up on my offer to be the first 3 for me to bet? Because the boost is what? It's like $100 or something like that.
It's $89, but I'll give you a gift card for $25 off. So $64.
Oh, shoot. Okay. So
it's like $2 a day. $2 a day to change your life.
Very cool. And it's a 30-day supply?
Yep, 30-day supply. If you drink every day, if you drink it every other day, then it's 2 months.
So the first 3 plus myself, so it's 4 orders, right? So the first 3, what is the way for those 3 people, if they're with us live right now on Facebook, they could go do it. How do they connect to you?
So write boost in the chat.
But they might not be on the chat. They might be on Spotify. They might be on Apple. They might be on, they might be on YouTube. So how can they relay like, hey, get me one of those free things that Mike just promised me?
Well, I'm assuming in the description, you'll have ways to contact me, my Facebook. Do you put that in the description? Okay, so that'll be there. So, or Hollie Lynch O'Brien is my Facebook name. So you'll have a way. Facebook really is the best way to contact me. And I'll get back to you immediately.
So send you a DM on Facebook saying, I listened to the Better Than Rich show. Am I in one of the top 3 to take me up on Mike's offer of buying me my 30-day? So they're getting, just to be clear, $250 worth of journal prompts, plans, health guides. That's what I'm getting. That's what you're going to give me. You're going to show me exactly how to be healthy for the next 30 days to have a reset after COVID and the flu and shit. Plus, I'm going to get $89 worth of Boost Greens, and you're going to hook me up, and I get it for $64.
Yes.
Okay. I just want to make sure. So I'm getting
plus tax and shipping. Got to say that little caveat. Obviously, there's tax and shipping.
Cool. So for whatever that is, that's what I'm buying for myself, but I'm also going to buy it for 3 other people that are listening to the show.
Get on it, people. This is going to change your life. This is amazing.
Okay. Only the first 3. Only first number 4. You got to tell them that, hey, they got to pay for it. Okay. Deal. Sounds great. And Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I like doing these resets. Like I said, I mean, I just did a water fast, and 30 days is pretty easy to do, especially if there's a program, especially if there's some greens that go with it. I'm all about it. So, again, Hollie Lynch O'Brien on Facebook. If there was an email, what would be an email for them to email you at?
Hollie, HOLLIE at itshollieobrien.com. So my first and last name, people usually spell it wrong, Mike. That's why I'm being like, oh, just connect because
just find you on Facebook. We'll have the links. We'll have all the links in the show notes.
Okay, good. Yeah. Hollie at itshollieobrien.com.
Okay, cool. Worst case, just email us at support@betterthanrich, and we'll direct you to Hollie. But we'll have the links in the show notes. We'll have the links in YouTube and whatnot. Our team will be able to get that to you. So first three, act now. Last question I'd like to ask you, Hollie, is, again, you've been a member of our community. You've been using our services. You've been going through our coaching program. If someone was considering using the virtual assistants or going through our operator to owner coaching program, or just learning some of our time-rich type of content, what would you say to them?
I would say to them, just jump in. And the reason is you don't know what you don't know. I would not be. I'm saying that very strongly because I want you to understand that I would not be where I am today if it wasn't for Mike and Andrew with Better Than Rich. It's like literally taking 20 steps forward. It's like, do you want to take one step at a time or maybe half a step and go backwards? Or do you just want to actually take steps forward? So I would actually recommend the program as a whole. Just have a conversation, see if it's a good fit for you. That's what I did. It took you several times connecting with me because I was hesitant and scared, right? So just be fearless for one day, 1 second, one moment, cancel, and just call. And the other thing I would say is stop doing everything yourself. You can delegate other people to do the things that maybe you don't want to do. Or, okay, let's just say you do want to do it, but it's time consuming. What if there's a way that you are gifted extra time and an opportunity to do the other things that you want to do, like play with your kids, like do another consultation with a client that because you're not able to, you have to answer all the emails and do the invoices and all the things that you just press a button. Why wouldn't you gift that to yourself? So gift yourself clarity, gift yourself time, freedom, and gift yourself a way to have growth, because you never know what's on the other side until you try.
Awesome. And one of the things that we're doing right now, Hollie, is for anybody that's listening, we're doing a free 90-day delegation plan for anybody who is just sees that they're overwhelmed or they're stretched thin with their tasks that are overloading them. So I'm doing all of these right now. So my schedule is constantly getting filled up with these, and I'm just enjoying them. I love these conversations. So you'll hop on with me. We have a workbook. It's 25 pages that you'll have access to. And we'll go through the exercise of figuring out all the low value tasks that are under your target hourly wage, and figuring out how can we offload them in the next 90 days. Once we figure that out, if it makes sense for us to talk about our services and using our VA team to do those tasks for you, then of course we could explore that. We do have that service. But right now, my give is for anybody that wants to just sit down with me and map out doing a delegation plan with you. You can book that at betterthanrich.com/90-day plan. That's betterthanrich.com/90-day plan. And you can book a time. Those are all going to me. I've been doing these, several of these every single week, sometimes several a day. I have one coming up right now, actually, in 8 minutes. I'm really loving these conversations. So they're a lot of fun for me, and they're a lot of value for you. So betterthanrich.com/90-day plan. Be happy to do that for you. And Hollie, thank you for being a loyal member of our community and enjoying our services and adding a tremendous light and value to everyone inside of our Better Than Rich community, but now also on the podcast and followers and our social media. So thank you. I'm excited for my boost. Again, I kind of pushed back a little bit on your process there of like, wait a minute, why are you making this difficult? But I like what you said, that it's to get you $25 off. So if you want to pay full price, you could just, here's a link. You don't get my $250 in free stuff, and you don't get my $25 discount, but you could just go to the site and buy Boost. But what you're doing for me is you're giving me more value and a reduced price in exchange for my information, essentially. So that way you as the business owner can get my info, you can market to me and add more value to me. And then now you're able to kind of control the conversation a little bit with me versus me just going to like an e-commerce Shopify, give them my contact info and buy Boost. And I really love what you're doing here is you're leveraging a third-party product, adding your own brand, your own flavor, your own value, your own discounts to be able to add value to me as the consumer, while also making sure that you're in control of the conversation with me. So really intelligent. I really love what you just did there. And I also hope listeners kind of caught what she's doing here as well. I think it's a really smart move to brand yourself and also add value to your audience. So thank you, Hollie. Thank you, listener. And as always, leave today better than you found it. Till next week on the Better Than Rich Show. Cheers. Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed this episode and you'd like to help support the show, please share it with others, post about it on social media, or leave a rating and review. To catch all the latest from us, you can follow us on Instagram at betterthan_rich and join our Facebook group at the Better Than Rich Show. Thanks again for listening. We look forward to seeing you next time. And remember, leave today better than you found it.